Here's my midterm project, and so I'm using the Google Cardboard, so I only have one button to click. So click left wheel to move left, and click right wheel to move right, and it has sound effect, and click here to fire. And the mission is destroy the wall.
Hi, so I'm going to share with you this submission for my midterm. It's admittedly pretty unfinished. This is definitely a starting point. The goal of this project is to make like an interactive educational experience about plants and how they grow. Um, so the interaction here is you have a raycaster, which when you click on a point in when it's touching the ground plane, it'll instantiate new cactuses growing. Um, the next thing I want to do is make it so that the cactuses get grown and built sequentially. So you would start with just the green cactus body and then hover and click again to grow a flower on top of it. And then pushing it further, the growth characteristics would be determined by the environment. So if it was grown in a sunnier, more watered area of the environment, it grows better. Um, Conversely, if you click and grow in a less well-suited part of the environment, it would grow more poorly. And so the idea is that this like speeds up the time frame that plants exist on, so you can see the implications in real time. And yeah, I'm just definitely interested in any and all feedback, and especially like technical ideas of how to push this in like an achievable way.
For my midterm, I used the procedurally generated terrain from Homework 3 to make an alien planet. The player starts off on a transparent platform above the planet. This was built for cardboard so they can hold down the button to move around. Once down on the planet, they can explore also by holding down the button on the cardboard. When you approach one of the red orbs, it will turn blue when your cursor is inside of it, and then it will turn black when your cursor leaves it. I also did a version where you remove gravity so your player can fly around rather than falling onto the terrain. And this is also just by holding down the button on the cardboard. And you'll see the cursor interaction works here as well.
Hello, and welcome to the Wonders of Space with Owen Carlson. Today I'm going to be showing you off my VR project built around the idea of a solar system with three rocky bodies orbiting the star. As you can see, we start off on Earth, the central body, and we're going to start by teleporting to Neptune. As you can see, when you hover over the buttons, they light up green, and when you press them, you can teleport between the bodies. Now, Neptune, being the furthest away, you can see the sun is quite far. And that right there is a star I plan to duplicate and fill out the skybox a little better so it's more sky-filled. And if we go to Mercury, you see all the buttons light up green. It's much closer to the sun, and all the other planets are much further away from it. It also rotates much more quickly around its central axis.
Hi, this is my assignment midterm submission. In here, I decided to make a ghost killer game, in which right here we have a kind of UI design where you can play and pause, a then color picker that allows you to choose the UI color. Once you click start, you'll go. As you can hear in the background, we have like some spooky music that I kind of added in there. We have a round timer and then a kill count, and then rounds are cleared by making sure that you clear all ghosts in the area within a short enough time period such that you can then move to the next round, and then killing ghosts then makes that popping noise. Thank you for watching.
Hey there everyone, my name is Laura Pantlio and this is my midterm which I titled Wishing Well. So first of all I decided to demo it first in Unity just to get more detail, but yeah, one of my first interactions with the scene is looking around, and then once you look down you move forward, and around are some random procedurally generated columns. Then once you get to the well it produces a random like motivational well wish of a quote. They're all cat puns, some are in Japanese. Like in this case, it's Nyanto ka nyaru. And as you can see, the eyes in the water are both animated here. To make those, I just used shader graphs, which was really fun to mess around with. But yeah, so next is the cardboard demo. And so this one, as you can see, the columns are all different than they were before. And once you hit the well, it's a new quote. Like in this case, never forget that there are people who love you and know how awesome you are. So yeah, thanks for bearing with the cat puns, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
This is a preliminary version of a harvesting experiment in which participants choose to spend their time in the environment harvesting mushrooms or harvesting oranges. In this environment, oranges and mushrooms are instantiated and destroyed at different rates, and players can choose to simply harvest the oranges or the mushrooms, or they can choose to grow the mushrooms before harvesting them. To highlight the interactions going on, hovering over an orange produces a yellow color change, and a trigger press harvests the orange with an interactive destroy. In contrast, a trigger press pointed at a mushroom causes a scale transformation, something I call a grow, and a primary button press harvests the mushroom with an interactable destroy.
For the midterm, I made a virtual reality version of the retro classic game Snake. So before I show you the game in action in the headset, I just wanted to point out the mechanics in the Unity editor. As you can see, the green orbs level up your snake and immediately add those new pickups or nodes to the end of your snake. And the green orbs appear and disappear randomly across the board. And as in the original Snake, if your head hits any part of your body, you lose the game. I decided to alter the mechanics a bit, and instead of having the speeds increase as you get more orbs, I decided to have the speed as a function of the distance of your raycast. So as you can see, the snake will speed up and slow down depending on how far the raycast is pointing out. And the last mechanic I want to explain, these red orbs are originally bombs that would cause you to lose the game if triggered. But again, the motion sickness caused by like thrashing your headset to avoid them was kind of obnoxious. So instead I caused them to block the raycast, and due to the speed function that I just mentioned earlier, it'll cause your snake to slow down. So the player has a few moments to avoid this before, as you can see, the rest of the snake eventually catches up and eventually will trigger the body collision, which will cause the game over. And here's just a few clips of the snake game in action in the cardboard headset.
I'm Hermione Granger.
I'm Harry Potter.
I'm Ron, by the way. Ron Weasley.
Change of decoration is in order.